Hi there. This is my unit for fourth grade language arts, understanding poetry, prose, and drama. The unit plan is a 5-day plan. And over here is where I'm going to go over all the Ohio standards that this unit reaches. And then here's the schedule for the 5 days. And here are my objectives for, for the week. When you look at the unit plan, it has day 1 to introduce the unit and we'll go over poetry. Day 2 is prose. Day 3 and 4 is drama. It's going to take a little bit longer. Day 5, we're going to touch on figurative language. So when you go and you want to choose the day, we're going to go to day 1, which is introduce the unit and poetry. Okay, in this day, the materials we're going to need is we're going to need a smartboard, the presentation link, the Google Drive presentation, poetry sample handouts, and special materials provided by Lulu Jr. to publish a class book. To introduce this unit, together we're going to watch the following presentation describing the difference between poetry, prose, and drama. And here's a link, which will open in a new window, to the Prezi presentation. It's going to take a minute to load there. And here you go. And I'm not going to go over it, but it just goes over the differences. So close out of here. And then we are going to discuss as a group the differences of the three, and we're going to continue the lesson with the poetry overview via the Google Drive presentation. So here's where we're going to talk specifically about poetry and the elements of poetry. We'll talk about different elements, about rhyme, patterns, all of the different things. And again, that opened in a new window. And after we look at the presentation, I'm going to divide the students into small groups, and they will use the poems below to create a classroom poetry book. So I'm going to pass out samples to the groups, and they're going to read them. And here are some of the samples. And in your small groups, you will be assigned a poem, read the poem together, and then use supplied paper to write the poem and decorate the page. This will be a page in our published classroom poetry book. Take your time and make a first draft for me to approve. So these are some samples of the poems that the students are going to get, and they're going to rewrite them and decorate them. And then we'll publish them using Lulu Jr., which is where you can create your own books. Sorry, okay. So that was day 1. Day 2, we will talk about prose. And again, the materials we'll need is a smartboard, a book created on FlipFlap with a presentation, a YouTube link, paper and pencils, an iPad with printer access, and the Venn diagram link. So to introduce what exactly prose is, we're going to look at a FlipFlap book. And this is the elements, and so we'll talk about that. Short stories and novels. After we look at the FlipFlap book, we're going to clarify the difference between poetry and prose. Then we're going to watch a YouTube video together with
verse prose.
The difference of the two.
In this corner, they're in linear verses, weighing in at a rhythm.
For our activity, to assess the students' understanding of the differences, they're going to take out a sheet of paper and create their own Venn diagram comparing and contrasting the two. Then they were going to get into groups and work on the iPads, and they're going to visit this website and create an interactive Venn diagram with all of the best ideas of the group. So they'll just compare their Venn diagrams and find out the best ideas. And then they're going to save, be printed, and turned in. So here's the website that they're going to go to. And they'll just type in that they're doing a poetry Venn diagram. then their name, and they'll start. And then they'll compare and contrast poetry and prose. And for example, one should look something like this when it's completed. And then they will print these and turn them in with their name on it for their group. Okay, so we'll go back to the main page to go to day 3 and 4, which is going to be drama. On the drama day, we need a smartboard, a link to Powtoon with a video I created going over drama, charades cards, which are created on a Google Drive document. So to introduce, we're going to go to Powtoon, and it's just a quick video talking about drama. Okay, it looks something like that. And after we do the introduction and we talk a little bit about it, I'm going to explain what the game of charades is, and the students will get into groups, and they'll each choose a card to act out various scenarios for their group in front of the class. When the game is finished, the class will brainstorm together how charades was a form of drama, and the cards look something like this. Again, on a Google Drive document. They're just simple words to make the game a little bit fun and easier for the kids to guess. And then we are going to get into groups, and this is why it takes a little bit longer. We're going to need 2 days because the students will receive a paper bag with 4 items in it. For example, one bag will have a toothbrush, tennis ball, a candle, and a coffee cup. And the groups must work cooperatively to create a skit with the items in the bag, and they must follow these guidelines for their skits. Just simple. Everybody must have a role, use all the items, no violence, clear voices, and be polite. Then we'll go back to the main page. And to wrap up the unit, we're going to talk about figurative language. For this, we're going to need Smartboard, YouTube access again, and the link to the screencast-o-matic videos. To introduce figurative language, we will watch the screencast-o-matic video.
Hi boys and girls, today we're going to talk about figurative language. When we are doing our writing, whether it be
and it's going to talk about the different forms of figurative language. In the activity, the students are going to receive cards, draw a picture of the literal meaning, and here are the instructions in this video also created with Screencast-O-Matic.
Okay, boys and girls, for our activities for figurative language, what we're going to do is everybody is going to get one of these cards.
So we'll cut out
pass out one of these cards
each of those cards and someone will get one. Everyone will get one, and they're going to draw their picture of what the literal meaning would be. And then we'll talk about what the figurative meaning. Back to the home page, and that is my unit. Thank you.